Hello, everyone. It is my special honor today to speak with Amanda May Gray. She is our presenter at EVV and she will present Elevate Your Presence on Video Call. And doesn't she look good? Actually, I was thinking about switching off the camera because I can't be with someone who is looking so great on screen. But besides looking good, she's also very eloquent and knows how to phrase things. She has 18 years of experience as a model, actress, and spokesmodel and YouTuber. And I'm curious to find out more about that. But start, please. Why are you joining EVV and what are we learning in your session?
Absolutely. Well, I think being able to speak on camera is a skill that everybody can have, but a lot of people are intimidated by. And I really want to be able to empower people because it doesn't take that much effort, money, resources, whatever you want to call it, to be able to pull off a professional look. And I've seen so many people struggle with it. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be that hard. So I want to help people out and make sure that they can come across as professionals we would see them in person at a meeting, but here in this virtual world, because I think this is such an amazing tool that we're going to be able to utilize for years to come. And it's not going anywhere. So the quicker that you learn to stand out and stand up above the crowd, the better off you're going to be for your business, for your career. You'll feel more confident because you're set up properly to go. So that's what I'm there. I'm going to be teaching you all the ins and outs on how to exactly create a look like this on a dime.
That sounds great. It seems that you will enable us to be the stars in our studio and have our own studio. Talking about stars and actresses are stars. So which kind of actress are you?
So I do film and commercials. I used to do theater, when I was a child, but haven't really done much theater as an adult. So I primarily am doing film commercials. I do other YouTube videos, some music videos, really a lot of spokesmodel work, which is also acting, talking to the camera on behalf of a particular brand, which is a little bit different than your normal acting. So it's kind of a hybrid in between being a salesperson and being an actress.
It sounds challenging, definitely. Have you always
It's different.
Yeah. Have you always been a person who loved to be on stage or on camera or photographed?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, from a very young age, my mom had me in choir at the church and just performing anywhere I had a chance. And my whole family is a bunch of performers. Not that they're professional performers, but it was always a contest when my whole mom's side got together, who was going to have the best joke or the best routine. And even my grandparents, when my mom was growing up, would actually practice routines to go out on Wednesday nights to their bowling league to entertain their friends. So it's just kind of in the family. We're very entertaining, expressive people who like to make people smile. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Seems to be a good time with you then, anyway. And yes. You're a YouTuber. What brought you there? And what is your message on YouTube, or what are you doing there?
Yeah, so I was acting and I figured I could create my own stuff for YouTube. And my friends would always ask me how to build things or how to assemble something. And I am very handy. I'm very hands-on. I like to build and DIY. So I started with that, just creating these little tutorials for fun on YouTube. That grew to the point where now I have a podcast, and it's called Yes, You May with Amanda May Gray. And it's all about finding your own confidence and giving yourself permission to do whatever it is that you want to do. Because I think a lot of people are holding themselves back from doing things, myself included, because we worry, oh, what other people think, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, all the things. And I feel like that's unnecessary. And we just have to grab hold and take control of our own lives. So I interview people now and just on their success, on their journey, how they've found ways to give themselves permission. And I also have tutorials on how to look good on camera and speak to the camera, and how to use Canva, one of the programs that I use to create all my graphics. Just, it's really a bit of a mosh pit of things going on there, but it's very useful for people. So it's just a fun time.
It seems to be worth to follow you and learn a lot from you. So how did you learn to the secrets of being on camera? Did you try different things, or how did you come across there?
Yeah, I started modeling when I think I was about 16, just here and there. Some guy was like, "Oh, you're very photogenic," when he took my photo at prom. And it kind of evolved from there. I got interested in that world. And so as a model, you have to learn how to be in front of the camera, but not necessarily speak on camera. But there's still skills like doing your hair and makeup and how to pose and how to be in frame and what to do with all of that. And then I was always an actress. So I was like, I'm going to do that too. So I just kind of evolved into doing acting from modeling on the camera. And I've been in, oh man, a few movies, a couple of commercials. I've been on a few different YouTube channels. So it's just something I was always interested in, kind of dabbled with as a hobby for a very long time until I decided to take it more seriously and go all in on it and actually believe in myself to be able to do so. So it's just been classes and then doing it and trial and error, right? The more you do something, the more you learn about it. So I've just been doing it a lot, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and it's generous you're sharing with us. So do you believe you are yourself an influencer, or what would it need to become that?
I mean, I am no Instagram model with 50,000 or 100,000. I'm not that person. I don't love social media that much to put myself out there as much. So I don't know if I would call myself an influencer, but I do have this saying that who you inspire is beyond what you know. Because there's so many times when we're doing things and we think nobody is noticing, but there are people watching. Your own kids are always watching more than you realize. That's for sure. I learned that one. And then other people have reached out to me over the years, from my grade school times, that are like, oh, I saw you're doing this and it inspired me to do that. And I'm like, you even watch me? Like, so it's just, people will surprise you. And a lot of people won't say anything. You have no idea who is watching, who is seeing what you're doing, and how you're influencing them, because they might not like, they might not comment, they might not, tell you about it, but you're still putting out stuff in the world, and you need to make sure that you're putting out what you want to be represented by. So I would say if you want to get into all of it, it's really just creating the content you wish is in the world and learn from your own past. What have you gone through that you can share with others to help them out? Could be anything.
Sounds great. Sounds as if every one of us has a story.
Yes, we do.
Wonderful. So do you have children, and are your children watching you?
I have 3 stepchildren. I think majorly they're not. They just think I'm, something extra. I did when I won a humor competition in Toastmasters. I thought that was great. So I took it to them and I was like, look, I'm certified funny. And they were like, oh, Amanda, which was worth it. I think I figured out parenting, just annoy your kids, but in a good way, and try to lead by example for them, if nothing else.
Fun. So are you doing something like your grandparents? Are you also training them to take them out and entertain people?
I mean, I just naturally do it. So I don't necessarily create bits, but when we are out and about, even if I'm going through a drive-through, I try to make people laugh. And I don't necessarily realize I'm trying to make people laugh and smile, but I'm just constantly like trying to say something that brightens somebody else's day. So sometimes they get annoyed with me. Like, come on, Amanda, let's go. But overall, they're kind of used to it now and they've accepted it. And I think it rubs off on them too. They're a bunch of characters as well. So I fit right in here.
It sounds really fun, and I love it that you make people laugh. So we are looking forward to your show, not only show, but to your seminar that you're giving. So would you like to tell our audience something special for the end of our interview?
I would say that you can do whatever it is that you want to be doing. You just have to put your mind to it. If you want to be good at speaking on camera, if you want to look more professional, there's nothing stopping you but yourself. All the resources are out there for you. You just have to go and find them. And there's a lot of people like me, especially on YouTube, that are going to cut your time in half in the learning curve because they've done it, they've made the mistakes, and now they're willing to share. this was not how it looked at the beginning. I was like everybody else. There was a bed behind me. The dog was laying on it. He'd come and go, it was fine, but it wasn't great. And I've created this out of necessity because there was no other space in our home for me to do this. But I figured out that doing this in a little corner that is always set and ready to go makes me prepared and lets me get into more opportunities that I wouldn't necessarily do because everything is ready and in its place. So you can create something for yourself. You just got to decide to do it. Take the time to learn from maybe somebody like me who's willing to share, and then take action on it. Because if you don't take any action on the things that you've learned, then nothing's going to happen.
Thank you for sharing. And we're looking forward to your session. It is at 5:15 p.m. on 23rd of April. 5:15 is the Central European time. So we have also audience from around the world, and we're looking forward to your session. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to